I will come to that, sir, because we'll not leave you before getting educated a bit on your experience on Libya. So I'll come to that in a while. So I would like to quote now as the next time the verbatim of what President Trump has said. We are going to have to choose that person along with Iran. The person being openly discussed in Washington and Tel Aviv is Reza Pahlavi, the Shah's son. Now, if you go back to the Shah's regime point, uh, no matter what the Western media may say about liberal and so on, so on, so on, the fact is that the Khamenei regime has built good relations with India. We have invested for 40 odd years. Do you see a risk that if we go to Reza Pahlavi's time, our investments and our equations are in danger?
Well, I don't think it's in danger because if suppose hypothetically if he comes in, I doubt very much though, because his father although ruled for 25 years, but he was able to rule exactly the same kind of a repression that happens under the Ayatollahs or anybody else. But relations during his time was also not that great with India, as we know, during Shah's time. So when this, suppose hypothetically the new Shah is superimposed on Iran, whether Iranians will want it fully? No, I doubt very much. It will be not easy for him to rule, number one. Number two, in the international domain, I don't think the Arab countries also are very fond of him. Nor are the Iranians, the Israelis. Indians, of course, I mean, I don't think that there will be that kind of relationship that you will expect. Because whatever you may say, the Khomeini, the first one, had India connection. His grandfather was Indian.
Correct.
He held India in great esteem. You have seen the recently, one of their leaders was here, and the kind of statements coming from there. Their president talking about India. So there is a definitely, in the current system, we don't know how he'll behave. Maybe he'll become more pragmatic. Because at the end of the day, India is an economic giant, going to be an economic giant. So most countries will like to have good relations with us.
So you mentioned about what Khomeinis have done, and of course, Chahbar is what they supported us on. They supported us India's SEO membership. Now, I wanted to come to another body, SEO. Again, sitting very silent about it. What is the relevance of such bodies, sir, especially if they're not able to have a unified voice?
No, they condemned actually. SEO condemned. Yeah,
So,
they issued a statement. They issued a statement. A statement from BRICS is a bit difficult
yeah.
because that was a security organization, if you see. But BRICS is different because, see, BRICS, both the members, it's between the two member states, Iran and UAE and Saudi Arabia. They're being attacked and fighting with each other. This is also a big problem. So that's why the UAE and others are not agreeable to a statement, of any kind of support to Iran in that. And so whether if there are two members fighting with one another, it becomes increasingly difficult to bring about some kind of a thing. What India has done is that exactly the same kind of a statement will come out, which says that sovereignty should not be violated, territorial integrity should not be violated, and all that. That's it.
The old jargon works, sir.
Yeah, it has to be. That's the only way to coexist,
So, on a lighter but yet a very serious note, I wanted to ask you, how much respect do you have for your counterparts in Pakistan? They're very good in Twitter diplomacy, sir, of lately.
You see, I'll say something. Pakistanis as they say there, is the military has a state. So they are very suave, they are intelligent, they are also the same stock as us. So I would not say that they are I have found very intelligent, very professional diplomats from Pakistan also. But at the same time, the kind of things that they have to defend is not that easy. In private conversations, I mean, how can you defend terrorism as an instrument of your foreign policy?
They have a tougher job than an Indian diplomat, sir?
Of course, I mean, we are mostly what we are inside, outside. Same, we say the same thing. We come from a position of some kind of principles. I mean, not this thing, but they have their own thing. But let me also add, which may not be very much to the liking of others, but this is a fact. And that is that the Pakistanis have this very uncanny ability to encash their nuisance value
Yes, sir.
with all the powers.
I'm totally in agreement with you. In fact, we spoke about it last time.
And it happens because why? Because, again, I think it is because of their military being in the forefront. So you talk to the Americans are talking, President Trump, he doesn't talk about Shahbaz Sharif or anybody else. He's my
Munir.
general, favorite general or whatever it is.
Field Marshal Munir.
Field Marshal. So because he can promise the moon to him and still get away with it. And Pakistan, army controls 2/3 of their economy also. So rest everybody is just, they are there.
So is it the military in Pakistan, or is it also because of the geographical location of Pakistan that it's very, very important?
Of course, that's how they knew. Afghanistan and all these issues. So they are a good strategic geography, and they do it.
So you're professional in your opinion about their diplomats, and I respect that. And I wanted to ask you that, though it's not a diplomat, it's Shahbaz Sharif has tweeted that. How serious do you think this offer of mediation from Pakistan to resolve the war, as a diplomat that you see, how serious it is? Or is it just a tweet?
No. I think that there was a message was transferred through Pakistan to Iran.
Mm-hmm.
They received from Pakistanis. Pakistan and Iran have a border also, as you know.
Yeah.
I mean, until 47, it was the direct border with Iran we had. But now Pakistan has a border. So they have their own relationship with them. Then they are close to Americans as well. So as far as Saudi Arabia, they have a mutual defense agreement. Right. So it is in Pakistan's interest that this war does not proceed, because otherwise they will have to take side with Saudi Arabia. They'll have no other option. And Iranians will also hit them from here. So I think that they are trying to save their skin.
But sir, are they friends with Iran? Because we saw a couple of quarters back.
They were attacking each other on the Baloch incident.
Exactly.
Yeah.
On the other hand, we have Shiite Iran, we have we have Sunni Pakistan and Saudi Arabia. And the Saudi Arabia and Pakistan has a pact of protecting each other. I don't know when that will actually see the implementation. That's a different thing. Now, in that case, is Pakistan having heft enough and relationship enough with Iran, to really be in a position to offer such a proposition? Or again, I said that it's a casual remark.
No, I don't think it is a casual remark. They definitely, it provides them that kind of importance that they always seek for themselves. If you do not forget that during Nixon era, it was the Pakistanis, they were the conduit for the US-China talks. So it's not something just, but they are up for grabs for anybody, as they say, they are available. It's a rentier state. So, I mean, like, you can rent my hall and hold an exhibition. It's fine.
So that's a very dignified way of putting it, and I couldn't have asked for a better phrase, that they are a rentier state. I'll leave Pakistan's credibility and threat of diplomacy there itself. Now, where's the world headed, sir? Are we kowtowing to US? Or this is a multipolarity defining moment? And I'm saying that with a point because there are a couple of articles which I read, and it said India's Iran blind spot, a litmus test for strategic autonomy, was an article published by Diplomat. Mr. Jay Panda wrote, India's silence is strategic autonomy taken to its logical conclusion. The Wire argued otherwise, that strategic autonomy is meaningless. Germany is refusing to join the US naval coalition. Britain is also kind of apprehensive about it. The global south is not unanimously behind Washington. And then we all know what President Trump is. So where are we headed? Is multipolarity really going to happen? Or it's a good ideological thing, but the reality is going to be that we are going to align with the US. Everybody in the world is going to surrender.
I think that at least in the short term, we are in for a very unstable world. And I don't see that any sensible thing is going to come out of it. Even if this war stops, there will be others which are happening. At any given time, there were 60-70 conflicts that can just conflagrate. Russia-Ukraine war is still very much playing out. Mm-hmm. Gaza is still not resolved. Libya is still not settled. Iraq is still on throes. Lebanon is having its own problems. So Sudan, Yemen, all those. So there are plenty of hotspots in the region around us. On the other hand, President Trump wants to grab Greenland, wants to grab Panama, do this or that, all kinds of things. So as long as there is a crass encroachment over sovereignty of the countries, even if in thought, you can't have multipolarity.